YouTube, what's going on? Kristen and New Hope Vendetta here today, bringing you another video. This one's a Search and Destroy gameplay from my recent match against Savage Gaming in the Female Pro League. I had a really good game, and that's why I wanted to share this with you guys. In this video, you'll be listening to the casters, but in the future, I'll be bringing you videos where you hear myself and my teammates. And other than that, enjoy the gameplay, and I'll see you next time.
So this is going to be huge when those nades come in over at that B site. That can be a very highly contested hill or highly contested area when it comes to like EMPs and lethals and things like that. But no lethals were taken out in that Banner Protect. Flavor is going to be in charge of the bomb, heading over with a Sivers. And a Sivers is actually still going to opt to use the SVG, even though the Overkill and Thermal was banned. Danny's actually going to go in the water in that strategy you said before, but she's not able to close out that huge important kill. But Flavor is there for the trade nonetheless, and she's now on the bomb 3 versus 3 situation, and Flawless are just backing up a little bit.
And you see Flavor is going to be on the bomb. There's one player pushing around her, trying to see if anyone pushes her on the bomb. That bomb is going to go down, though. Sivers looking to see if any players are in the water, claiming he's going to pick off one. So 2v3 situation in favor of Flawless. As I say that, Jazzberry's the last one left with that bomb down. There's going to be a player in the water with her. She doesn't seem to spot her, though, as she's waiting on the bridge to see if she spots her. When she does spot the head of the player on the B bomb, this could get ugly here. She saw the player in the water, too. This could be a really good play by her. She spots the other one. The other player's on the bomb, though. Flawless trying to get this 1v2 happening, but it doesn't. Sivers hitting that nasty snipe in the water, right? Sivers, one of the good snipers here. It's really entertaining to watch her. But I did like how Flawless played that. They did play it kind of back, trying not to get picked off. I'm pretty sure they know that Sivers is a really good sniper in this sense. So they tried to play it more back. And like came into play, though, Savage is really good at getting those trades.
Oh my god, a Sivers like the snipe underwater against a VMP up close range. That is scary. Nonetheless, Flawless. Interesting that, you know, they had the first blood even though they got traded 3v3, but they gave up that bomb site, and you gotta try and stick in that case. They try and stay control of it because they let Flavor get the bomb down, and now it's just game over for Flawless after that. But now Vendetta in charge of the bomb. Let's see, that's Danny over at the other side of the bomb with the M8. But she does get taken out there by Sharpie. Jazzberry also picking up a kill. Now Vendetta's pushing up on the bomb site, but you see how Savage are not letting up any pressure on this bomb site. It's going to be Clammy on the other side with the MH just laying down, but we're seeing an underwater and sort of a rotation around towards this A site, and the one player to worry about is the Sivers with the sniper.
And Flawless is playing this very well. They know they have numbers, just waiting for these players to have to rotate. And you see Jazzberry picking off a Clammy, trying to hit that rotation up mid, trying to see if there's any players. And a Sivers left in a 1v3 here. She can't get it in her deck, getting that final kill, and Flawless answering right back on this hunted S&D. Jazzberry picking up 3 kills in that round, or around 2 kills. She was 2 kills this round.
So both teams, I believe, winning their offensive rounds. Now heading into the defensive round for Flawless. Hopefully they're able to keep control of that B site, and Savage seemed to be pretty aggressive at just getting the bomb down right away, and they're not playing too complacent there. Flavor most likely being your bomb carrier. She remembers to pick it up. Yes, she does. And now seeming like these 4 players of Savage going towards this A site. There's going to be Nerdet Sharpie. Might have actually spotted some players. She's over on this other side near the red truck area, and there's going to be this bomb player coming up right behind her. Sharpie laying down some shots, revealing her position, so Flavor could be getting that kill, but no, it's going to be Danny there for the trade. So now Flawless need to rotate over to this A site as Savage are slowly to regain control.
And Savage getting that first blood. Danny, very good plays by her, pushing up with that bomb carrier. Flawless is in a 3v4 situation as they're trying to rotate back and get defense on this A site. The player, Flavor, is about to get the bomb down as Nerdet picks off one, getting the trade there by Sivers, one in the water, trying to make a play. She knows she's on bomb and does get that player. Jazzberry and Vendetta getting 2 kills, but Asper's getting that pick. So it's a 1v1 situation with Vendetta and Asper's. And Asper's does have that.
He screwed up 3 times in a row.
I'm trying. She's getting that bomb down on the A site, though, as Vendetta's going to be flanking around the bridge. She might spot her with the bad timing, but she's just waiting to see. And Vendetta's pushing around the rock. She does spot Sivers and tries to get bullets in her. Almost gets turned on there, but Vendetta getting that kill and clutching the round. Big plays by Flawless.
I just thought that was kind of a strange setup. Savage had like so much control, and then they had, or I think somebody planning, and then they just left her completely by herself, where a Flawless member came and killed the bomb carrier, and just I think there was 2 kills going down for Flawless during that whole engagement, and then it was left on a one-on-one when Savage should have easily won that round. They had full A control, and I think even first and second blood in their favor, and then somehow Flawless, Vendetta with the amazing 1v1 clutch there, was able to take the round and the defuse. So Savage need to work on their obviously their A pushes there, and at least trying to protect their bomb carrier a little bit more. Sharpie now in charge of the bomb. Another A site push, as you see the 4 players from Savage going for that middle map and B site control. So if Flawless can at least infiltrate this A site as quickly as possible, this is going to be another Savage, offensive situation. If they can get the bomb down, it should be an easy win for them. But the one player to watch is Clammy. I think she might have spotted some rotations over at the middle map, and now she's going to be checking out this A site. So now Savage realizing there's no one at the B site, so the rotation's coming into A.
And you see Danielle hitting that wall run, trying to wait for her teammates to push up. They do spot the player on the bomb. She's going to get bullets in her, and that bomb is going to go down as Nerdette gets a trade on her teammate. 3v3 situation. Jazzberry gets that bomb and tries to push Danny. Smart plays by her, but another trade coming in. 2v2 situation for Sivers and Danny. Sivers last one left. That bomb is about to go down on that A site. It looks like she's waiting to see. They do not spot as Sivers in the back, though. Sivers could make a big play here, and the bomb's pushing out. Sivers smartly backs up, but she's going to be stuck facing 2 players here. Looks like they're going to get that bomb down as the player backs up to the stairs to see if she's going to push in the front. 44 seconds left. She has to make a play. She's going to be pushing up that middle map, and those 2 players playing smartly together.
Yeah, of course. And now Sivers just playing for these one-on-one engagements, playing her life so smart, going for these close-range engagements. One in the corner, she's not able to close out that gunfight. I really thought she was going to win it. Nerdette Chels in the corner, able to close that out. Flawless now up 3-1, so in a small, comfortable lead. And I do believe Flawless are going to be on defense next, so possibly another round in their favor.
Yeah. So Flawless not letting that hard point affect them in any way, coming out strong in this S&D, exactly what they needed. Flawless going to be a big round to win here on this defensive side. We do see Savage going for that B push here. That A push didn't work for them the last time, and their offensive round on the A didn't work. So you see B is definitely their stronger site. Asper's with that sub and sniper in hand. Flawless playing very back once again. You're going to see these players push up from the water and on the bridge. It's going to be a strong B push as they're going to get that bomb down. They have full control of B site. Danielle with a huge first blood on Vendetta.
Yeah, that was a huge kill Vendetta had to get there and to possibly stop that bomb plan. However, she's going to get first blood in, and then the trade comes in. 3v3 situation. Chelsea also earning herself the HCXD. Has a big kill to get here, but Noah Sivers is able to close it down. Flavor and Danielle close to follow up with kills of their own. Now only a 1-round differential. As finally Savage answered back, I do believe it was 3 consecutive rounds for Flawless before this. So Savage staying in the game, and looking at the stats, it's only Danielle and Chelsea leading with 5 kills each. And then mostly your bomb players being a Sivers and Chelsea on both squads. So now Flawless on the offensive side. Chelsea still having the HCXD. Vendetta also having her own HCXD. Now Chelsea having also the overdrive that she's not opting to pop quite yet. Heading towards this B-bomb site, they're going to be contested here by Danny with the M8 as usual, which Danielle also having the glitch in her back pocket. She's going to sell on this head glitch. Who's going to win this engagement? And it's Vendetta who closes out that huge engagement there, and now Flawless able to push up this bomb site. Chelsea's going to go to that other side, and Sharpie is going to get the bomb down.
As you see, Savage needs to retake this. They do get picked up again by Vendetta and Chelsea, and just like that, as Sivers is left in a 1v4 situation, there's going to be a player right behind her, and Flawless not letting that round loss affect them in any way, going up 4-2. Savage really needs to get some control here. It seems that they're not doing anything to stop these offensive pushes by Flawless.
And maybe Savage just needs to push up more than just Danielle. Maybe they're putting too much faith in her to keep hold of this B bomb site, because as soon as she went down, Flawless came in and planted the bomb right away, and that was their demise. So Danny really needs to win that engagement or play her life and try and contest that bomb site as much as she can, because they gave up full control, and then the bomb was planted, and then they all went down from there. Now with Sivers in charge of the bomb for the Savage squad, having the active camo in hand as well, heading towards this B bomb site. You're seeing Vendetta pushing with the active camo with the M8 as well, and actually they're going to expect this to happen. Able to get that huge first blood there on Vendetta and also the bomb down, but that's going to be recovered by Flavor. She jumps in the water and just the perfect timing. And Flavor, I don't know if she saw that or not, but Danny also getting the melee on Shells, but Flavor has to be careful for 2 players underwater for Flawless.
And that was a big, if you're watching Vendetta right there, Vendetta choked his Sivers on that gunfight. I really don't think she should have won that with the AR pushing up, but she did. So Savage is now in a 2v2 situation. Danielle picking one in the water. Sharpie left in a 1v2 on that site. She knows that the player is around this, and she spots the player hopping up from the water. Danielle's nowhere to get the trade, so now it's going to be a 1v1. Sharpie smartly backs up. I don't think she knows the bomb is down. Danielle's on the chase, though. She did spot that player, and she's going to turn around. Sharpie, big plays right there by Flawless, shutting down Danielle, taking the 5-2 lead.
2 consecutive rounds for Flawless, and Sharpie just winning these key engagements also against Clammy underwater here, and absolutely just turning on Danielle over at this cave site. So unfortunately for Clammy, you know, it was a nice jump. Like, it seems like Sharpie was not looking at a Flavor at all when, or is it Clammy when she's jumping out of the water, but unfortunately, you know, Sharpie on that so powerful head glitch, able to win that crucial gunfight. Now Jazzberry in with the bomb in hand, going towards this B site once again. Danny and Clammy this time, or actually Danny's going to go for middle site control, and now Clammy is going to be the one with the M8 for this engagement here. So huge aggressive push out of Chelsea, and she's going to pop that Psychosis. Now getting some information where these players from Flawless are. 2 pushing up for Flawless, and there goes Clammy down along with the Sivers. Flavor, the last one left, and she was on the flank, so she needs to get on the site quickly as Jazzberry just got the bomb down.
And yeah, Flavor once again left in a 1v3 situation here. You saw Savage the whole game really just not playing together at all. We saw no trades. A lot of 2v1 situations were lost, and the team of Savage, they just weren't playing right. And as you see them lose rounds and rounds, you could tell their communication got worse and worse as you saw them play. On top of that, Flawless played great, but there's a lot of times their score streaks weren't, or not scores, specialists weren't used right. As you saw Chelsea in that final round use that overdrive to push up on the bridge. What she should have done to get that first blood was push all the way through instead of just pre-aiming, because that really made the overdrive somewhat pointless.
Yeah, of course. I guess the pre-aiming kind of helps if she was expecting a player to be there, and then you don't want to be caught sprinting into somebody else. Nonetheless, I just thought Flawless had so much better B-site control. They were either pushing, had their defense set up quite well, and Savage either had 1 or 2 players that would always lose those key engagements and giving up full site control, which let Flawless pretty much plant every single time at the B site. And then, Savage kind of fell apart on how they were going to attack that site. And, you had Flavor on the flank, and it was a good thought to go on the flank, but then all of her teammates went down, so it's like maybe they should concentrate their push together and, like you said, set up for trades. Maybe be a little bit easier to that, but it's kind of a large lead here, 6-2 in favor of Flawless Nerdad, and maybe if you're a Savage fan, you're maybe not expecting that.